Hello and welcome to another Arkeys video, the third summer special video while I am out of town working and not able to play the game. This is a race A back from the start of June. We were racing at Daytona in the Mazda Roadster touring car. This was a fun race, only it was a bit too short, only 3 laps, but had some fun here. I jumped on Tuesday night to see if I could make any progress, and this is my races from that evening. And if you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. Now let's jump into the first one. And as mentioned, this was Tuesday evening. I had done some laps on another account, but this was starting from scratch without a qualifying time. And this was a rolling start, and that might be a good thing. Imagine the chaos if this was a grid start with the turn 1, which is quite a bottleneck coming from the oval, and then we've got to fit all cars into this rather narrow turn 1, and we've got a wall you can possibly crash into and all that stuff. But apart from that pink lawnmower ahead, we all survived turn 1, and we are just making our way through the infield, and the pink lawnmower picked up a penalty from that trip onto the grass, and we are just tucking in behind the Finnish driver. I basically need to warm up to this race, so let's just take it cool and hopefully not kill anyone, but I'm afraid I might be foreshadowing something. Anyway, we're coming into the right-hander. I was clearly braking a bit too early there, haven't figured out my brake markers completely, or at least they are not under my skin, and I am unfortunately about to commit a murder.
All right, I apologize.
You're really sorry?
I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly.
You take it back?
I do. I offer a complete and utter retraction.
Yeah, that was really embarrassing, so I'm just pulling over. I'm waiting for the Finnish driver to get back on the track. They got reset there as well, and we will just stay behind. That was rather embarrassing. We are going to jump ahead in this one. We are starting the following lap, and the Finnish driver is running wide into turn 1. Maybe they would have preferred if I just drove off so they didn't have to deal any more with me. I don't know, but I just felt like I had to wait. We are coming into the upcoming right-hander. I am on the outside, and just trying to find a good exit. Now we are clearly side by side, and it can be tricky to go side by side here. I'm not completely clear yet, and I'm trying to leave some room for the Finnish driver, and it looked like they were understeering into me, so I'm almost off the track, but I managed to pull it together. And this is a weird crash from the Finnish driver. They are onto the grass, and then they are just straight into the wall there. So I might have stressed them out for just being around, and if I did, I'm sorry about that. But we are going to jump ahead in this one, and I think we are going to jump to, we are going through the chicane. This is the last lap, but it's never too late to pick up a penalty, so I just go past the track limit by a few pixels and pick up a half-second penalty. Not that it made much of a difference in this one. We are just finishing the first race, and now I will try to set a qualifying time for the following race. And this was a short race, so it gave some time to set a qualifying time, so I managed to get on pole position, and now I have to set the pace for turn 1, and that's always a tricky task for me because I usually get a bit nervous, and sure enough, P2 is taking advantage of my hesitant driving, but they were backing out of that one again, to be fair, so all is good. And we just try to make our way through the infield. Let's see, we are not braking too late this time. Let's use as much of the track on the exit as possible without sliding too much. And you can see I was in fact sliding a bit too much. And now we're just trying to stay flat through this part. And now we've got this other sort of hairpin, and just trying to keep the tight line. And no, that's not really the tight line, forget about that. But narrowly keeping the car on the track on the exit. This is clearly a clumsy first lap by me onto the grass on the inside, but keeping it together on the exit. But you can see we've got the yellow car in my rear view mirror. Then they are getting a good run on me, and they might get past me before we get to the chicane. Let's see how this goes. They are clearly in the slipstream now. I'm not trying to defend this. Let's just try to all keep our speed up. And I think, yeah, we are going into the chicane slightly side by side. It's going to be a bit awkward. I cannot really see where I'm going either. So that was a bit slow. At least we didn't pick up a penalty. And now I just go for the bump draft approach instead. I know it's a short race, but for now, I think if we could just break away a tiny bit from the pack behind, then we are not going to be so many cars fighting. But now P3 is going for a move on the outside, and maybe that freaked out P1 because P1 is going deep, and P3, now P2 are going deep as well. I try to benefit from that as much as possible, but out of nowhere we've got another car coming in, and they just ran away with it all. Did I cut the inside there? Maybe I got away with that. So that black car really benefited from all that fighting between the three of us. And you can see they are already basically running away. But let's see, maybe we can catch back up if we work together just a tiny bit. And let's be ready on the brakes for this corner. Yeah, oh, they are going for a move on the inside, and yeah, we've got the yellow car there. I am just going backwards at the moment, and yeah, and I also start trying a bit too hard, so you will see me go a bit too deep into this corner. I was trying to push the brake marker, and that doesn't really help. If anything, brake a bit earlier and try to get a good exit onto this long oval, but yeah, in the heat of the moment. And once again, limited visibility for me. I almost messed it up, but I think we are going to just keep it together. Yeah, that was close on the exit. And we are going to jump ahead a bit once again in this one. We are on the final lap, and you will see the German driver is going to squeeze through that corner. And yeah, basically just pushing the Spaniard out of the way, and they went all sideways. That was a bit naughty, but as we jump ahead, we will see karma strike back, because they are about to get a penalty coming through the chicane. You can see they were a bit too wide on the exit, and I can't remember if it's only going to be half a second, but that will be enough for us to go past them. So a free position for me at the end, and now we are on to the final race of the video, which also features a familiar driver, which is God Max Power, who delivers the entertainment at the end of the video. So stick around for that. Hopefully I can do a better job hanging on to P1 through turn 1 this time. I'm trying just to take sort of the normal line. We've got the same Spaniard behind, who were also patient with me in the first race, and they were patient with me in this one as well. So we survived turn 1, and let's just try to keep the speed up. But unfortunately I did brake too late, so I am going to run deep into this corner, and I am struggling with keeping the car in check on the exit. And just notice now I am going to short shift a bit and also lift a bit, because I might as well just give up this one so we don't go side by side and lose even more time. So just surrendering the position, as I already made the mistake. And now we've got a Belgian driver coming in hot, but that looked like a mistake. They were backing out of that one again, but that sort of messed up my exit, so we still lost a position to the German driver. But let's get a good run on to the banking, and yeah, we have got the inside line, and this might end up being a bit of a drag race down towards the bus stop. Let's see what we can do. We are pulling clear, and I'm trying to slightly defend this, but that also means I'm coming into the chicane at an awkward angle. We've got the Belgian driver behind who completely forgot to brake, so that was a bit chaotic, but still the German driver managed to get through. I picked up a penalty as well. So yeah, that's how it goes, and that just cost me another position. Now I am down to 4th place, and we are on the 2nd lap. We've got some side-by-side action happening in front of me, so they are going to be slow. Accidental contact by me there, so I had to back out of that one. Sorry about that. We are jumping ahead a bit. Now we are coming into the chicane. Let's just try one time to get the chicane right whilst following other drivers. So you can see I was backing off a bit so I could get a clear run through there, and that gave me a better exit coming out of the chicane, at least compared to the German driver in the white car there. And we've got the inside, so we have got that position for now, and now I can see got Max Power coming back there. But now the German driver and Max, they are both in the slipstream, and now you can see I'm basically ending up being sandwiched. I'm trying to stay in the slipstream of P2, but now I've got cars on both sides of me, and Max is really going for the ambitious move, and it looked like the German driver was trying to hang on to that as well. I ended up losing out on this one and lost 2 positions coming into turn 1, but at least we didn't crash, and there isn't any DR in this race, so it doesn't really matter. I just want to have some fun. The German driver is running wide there, so we get that position back, and let's see what is happening up there. I think Max is going to defend this corner, and I think the other British driver is going for a dive into the corner, but Max just brakes early and doesn't turn in. So yeah, they ended up colliding back there. Now I am behind, got Max Power. I am in P3, and we are coming onto the banking, but here Max is running wide and picks up a penalty on that corner. And you can see once the penalty pops up, there is that small wiggle from Max's car. It seems like he was almost like, oh, never mind, let's just pull off a show towards the end. Unfortunately, I did pick up a penalty as well, as I ran wide on the exit, so I've also got a half-second penalty. And maybe Max didn't even see that, and the Belgian driver behind picked up a penalty as well. But as we're coming up towards the penalty zone, Max is going to take the alternative route. So you will see him drive off to the left there, and after a while he comes back again across the track there and about to finish in style over the grass, and then suddenly he disappears. It's out of sight, nowhere to be seen. Let's go and have a look at what happened. So here we have Max coming up towards the penalty zone, going for the extreme inside line, now coming back onto the track, aiming for the grass, aiming for the fashionable finish of the race, but just before the line he gets reset, and I've got to admit I was laughing at this one, and I bet Max was as well. And anyway, that was the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.